A couple of times in that quick piece of music there, I did these fast lead-up runs. One of them was, and then I did the shorter one. I did this with alternate picking, or in other words, one note down, one note up, one note down, and then up, and so on. This is usually the way shredders pick on fast passages, but it creates a small difficulty when switching strings. I'll explain what I mean in a moment here, but first take note that this video is in my Suck Less at Guitar playlist, and I have all my videos organized into playlists so you can find the types of lessons that you are looking for. Now that said, let's look at what happens when you play the typical shredder style 3-note per string run. So the run starts with a down pick, and then up, and then down. Everything's good. I'm going in the direction of the next string, but I'm alternate picking, so I just went down. Next one is up, and then it's down, up, and this is where the problem begins because I just came up, but the next string is down. I've got all this ground to cover getting to the next string. Now there's a trick to get around this, which I did a whole video on, and I will link to it at the end of this video. The problem with this trick is that it is a workaround, and you can't play straight up the scale if you use it like I did in the song. So how do you build that straight speed? Well, drills, of course, and specifically this one drill that I've seen talked about before, but the problem is that it only addresses half of what you need. See, when you first work on alternate picking between strings, you do something like this. You might start in the G major scale over here on the 3rd fret, 3 notes per string, and you're going down, up on the next string, and then working your way back, getting the speed down there, which is fine, but it only addresses one half of the equation. Remember, as I said a moment ago, every other string starts with an upstroke, and now your picking hand is moving away from the next string. So when you do this drill, you need to also do the version of it starting with an upstroke, and the speed that you do that one at is the speed you can actually alternate pick the complete scale at. So now you would do the same thing starting with up, down, down. And it's going to be quite a bit harder to get that up to speed because of the pick going in the wrong direction. My recommendation here is that you do this on every pair of strings to get used to the different widths of the strings, and you do each starting with a downstroke and then with an upstroke. As always, do it with a beat or a click and work your way up a little bit at a time in speed. And of course, my super secret sauce for getting fast much sooner: practice in sprints, not marathons. Do the drills for 5 minutes or so at a time, and then do something else and come back to it later. Do this a few times a day, and you'll get much better, much more rapidly than if you work an hour straight. So if you have any questions or comments, if there's a problem in your playing you want help fixing, let me know in the comments below. And until next time, guys, keep making great music.
Hey friends, don't forget to subscribe and turn on notifications. It makes the whole world better.